aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. All right, before we get started, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you guys comment, because like I told you, I'm gonna do things a little different. You know, we're gonna talk about a little shoe history today. We're gonna talk about the mom and pop shops at the shoe stores. All right. The actual shoe store you see me at right here was a shoe store I used to frequent as a kid. It was only fitting that I got the Jordan 1 on when I actually took this picture, because it took me back. That's the place where I bought my first Jordan 1s at, well, it wasn't me, my mom, you know, I want to say that was 84, 85, something like that when I got them. And, you know, I started thinking about the mom and pop shop. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn around and let you guys, you know, kind of explore and see what a mom and pop shop store looks like, okay? All right, we're actually in the store. This is what a mom and pop store looks like. They actually have the Converse weapons in this particular store. I purchased the Carolina Blue pair of Converse weapons out of this store. They had the Dr. J's. And this is what you'll see at a mom and pop store. Just a whole lot of shoes, different varieties, shoes just pretty much everywhere. As we continue to walk through the store, you'll see a whole lot of shoes and varieties. They have K-Swiss, these Converse, Saucony, Pony, Fila boots. You about naming other than Nike, they pretty much have it. This is where you find a lot of your gems at. Some shoes in this store are actually over 20 years old. Like, you never reduced the price. You just always had. This store was actually able to survive like most mom and pop stores closed. They were able to survive because they sold more than just shoes. They sell shoes, it sells sunglasses, clothes, used to sell starter jackets back in the day. So they were one of the very few mom and pops that were able to survive because they didn't rely on shoes or, you know, a Nike contract. Now, this is something special, a little different. Older people know about this. Who remember these K-Swiss boots? Like, this used to be like a shoe to have a while back. Had a very short run with those K-Swiss boots, but I'm going to actually come back and let you guys watch me one day. I'm going to vlog because I got like 3 pair there that I definitely want to try to get. The actual video you just saw was not that older store. This is another store that actually survived because, like you say, they catered to more than just shoes. You know, they sold sunglasses, they sold clothes. They pretty much, you know, they stayed current because they just rely on shoes. But it's a lot of mom and pop shops that's kind of fell off over the years. One pop shop that's mom and pop shop that's real popular downtown Atlanta is Walters. You know, that one's still going strong, but so many have fell off because, you know, what Nike did when they blew up and they got bigger, they kind of left the mom and pop shops alone and they went to the mall, you know. So you guys are getting firsthand seeing what things used to be like. That's what you saw. You saw how things used to be when you go to these stores and try to, you know, pick out whatever you wanted as far as shoes and fashion. Let's talk a little bit how Nike got started. Nike actually got started going to sporting goods stores because Nike was about performance, about running. So a lot of your sporting goods stores used to get Nike. I can tell you guys a story. When I used to be a head coach, it was an older guy, much older guy. I mean, if he was still alive now, he'd be about 100. And he was telling me the story how Nike basically came to all the sporting goods stores and trying to, you know, get them to have their products in the stores over the years. And, you know, they don't do that anymore. You know, things have definitely changed. He was talking about how Nike used to come around and you don't hear those type of stories because they left the mom and pop shops and they went to the mall. You know, they was at the mall for years, and now the mall time is up, and now it's time for them to go online and direct the customer. You know, it's a lot of changes. You know, it's gonna be some adjusting, but I want you guys to learn a lot about mom and pop shops and the history of this shoe culture, because a lot of people seem that they're interested in shoe culture, but sometimes you got to sit back and just watch, you know, how a lot of things were started and kind of know what direction we're going in. But always remember, over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.